Yo, what's up, y'all? It is Middleman TV in the building. As y'all know, I've been gone for about 2.5 weeks. My pops got real sick, and I had to take over his business. Had to do a lot more in the boxing business, boxing world. So I didn't have a lot of time to go on YouTube these past couple of weeks. Plus, I had my two jobs on top of having to, fill in the gaps for the boxing world. So it was tough to get on here and do my YouTube. No doubt about it. But we are back, and I'm here to give y'all my, you feel me? We back. Middleman TV is back better than ever before, man. It's been about 2.5 weeks. I missed y'all. Obviously, I wish I could be on here more often, but man, sometimes you got to pay the bills and you don't have time to get on here. But man, we're going to get right to it, man. First, we're going to start with some positive news. Obviously, y'all know the Ring Awards was last week. And the Ring Awards to me was a very good event, man. I like how Turkey Al Sheik put it together. For the first time ever, I saw a lot of fighters in one place at one time getting awards, and it just had like a Grammy, Oscar feel to it, and it was just a great event overall. You got to see Shakur, Tiafimo, and Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, all in the same venue. But I think what stood out the most to everybody over that last week at the Ring Awards was that Canelo Alvarez was there. And that Turkey Al Sheik and Canelo Alvarez were having conversations, and it looked like they were being buddy buddy. Even in the photo that they took with the group with all the fighters, and Turkey Al Sheik and all, and the promoters, Canelo was right next to Turkey Al Sheik. So that tells me and you that they are building a relationship slowly but surely. And it looked like a few months ago Canelo was not hopping on board. So it's good to see that Canelo is hopped on board with Turkey Al Sheik in a way, because we are going to get the best fights now. Um, the one thing I did not like about the Ring Awards, I thought it was too biased, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought Alexander Usyk absolutely deserved Fighter of the Year. I thought, getting Round of the Year was also worth it. I thought, there was no debate there that you could definitely give Usyk Round of the Year. But then they also gave Alexander Usyk the Event of the Year, him and Tyson Fury. Now, I don't really remember the event too well, but the undercard to me wasn't good enough for you to be saying that you would put this event over the Crawford Madrimov fight. Let's not forget, man. Not only did we get Crawford and Madrimov, which was a fucking chess match and a great fight, but we also got Martin Bacoli upsetting Jared Anderson. We also got Andy Ruiz and Jarrell Miller. And we also got, there was one other fight on that card. I can't quite remember which fight it was, but Rayo Valenzuela and Pitbull Cruz. It was a hell of a card, man. Like, the event was great. It was in Los Angeles, but obviously there's some biasness with who they picked. But overall, I thought it was a great event. Alexander Usyk definitely deserved Fighter of the Year. I had no arguments there. I gave him the nod over Inoue, and Crawford didn't have enough fights to get Fighter of the Year, in my opinion. But that's just what it is. Now I want to switch over to some of the drama that's been going on in the boxing world. Obviously, there's been a lot of drama going on between Gervonta Davis and Terrance Crawford, and it all started when Terrance Crawford. It all started when Gervonta Davis commented on the picture that was posted with all the fighters with Turkey Al Sheik at the event, and Gervonta basically saying that they're all, you know, riding Turkey Al Sheik's wave, and they're all lame, and that they can't get they can't get money without him, basically, and that he don't need Turkey Al Sheik. He runs boxing, basically, so to speak. That's what he was saying, and Terrance Crawford replied with, "Someone was mad that someone didn't get invited to the gala." Now, obviously, Crawford knew what he was doing. He was stirring up the pot, but I think it was kind of funny when you think about it. Like, I'm glad that there's actually a fighter out there with enough balls to call out Tank and not, feel nervous about it at all, and basically say exactly what needs to be said. And I think Terrence Bud Crawford said it perfectly, man. He said it perfectly. And like like I just said, Canelo Alvarez is on board. Every big name fighter, Shakur Stevenson, every big fighter you can think of is on board with Turkey Al-Sheikh, because at the end of the day, he's paying and the fights are happening. But the one fighter who just seems to just have too big of an ego is Gervonta Davis, of course, the weirdo of the bunch. But like I've said before with Gervonta Davis, man, there's just no figuring him out, man. There's no real reason why he doesn't want to go fight. You know what I'm saying? On Saudi cards, other than the fact that he feels like he might be taking a risk, because money wise, he definitely would be getting paid more than what he's getting paid now. I'm not saying that he's not getting paid great money now. Now, I don't look into all the numbers of what these fighters get paid, so I have no idea exactly what Gervonta's made in some of his fights. I know Ryan Garcia was by far his biggest purse, and I think he could make more money fighting Shakur Stevenson on a Turkey Al-Sheikh card for sure. But it is what he can be entitled to whatever opinion he thinks. But I definitely think that he would make a lot of money fighting Shakur Stevenson on a Turkey Al-Sheikh card. So that's as simple as that. But Gervonta Davis wants to go on Twitter talking about Terrance Crawford. Well, I make more money than you, and you need to jump 3 weight classes in order to make the big money fights. And to me, it's like, all right, not like I said, I don't get into numbers when it comes to fighters, man. To me, that's kind of corny. But to me, it's clear as day that Terrence Bud Crawford, in his last 2 fights at least, I'm not going to go any further than that, but in his last 2 fights, he has made a substantial amount of money. Against Errol Spence, I have no idea what he made, but there's rumors out there that he took home 15 to 20 million, maybe even more. And if those rumors are to be true, then, I heard Gervonta Davis took home around 20, 25 million for the Ryan Garcia fight, something around those lines. So the numbers are not too far off. Now, we don't know what Terrence Crawford got paid in his last fight against Israel Madrimov, but best believe with Turkey Al-Sheikh pretty much making it obvious that Terrence Bud Crawford is his favorite fighter. I bet without doubt think that Turkey Al-Sheikh took care of Terrence Bud Crawford and made sure he got paid. So I think Terrence Bud Crawford for sure had made a lot of money in his last 2 fights, and definitely in his last fight against Israel Madrimov. I think he took home about the same amount of money that he took home in the Errol Spence fight, if not more. And so, with that being said, Terrence Crawford, yeah, Gervonta had one point in what he said when he said you just started making huge money when he was talking to Bud Crawford, yeah. But one thing that Bud Crawford's been doing, and that should be important to boxing fans, is he's been chasing legacy since he's entered boxing, man. And that, to me, that's the most important thing at hand, is chasing legacy, and fighting to win all the belts, man. 2-time undisputed, and win or lose in this situation, man. Now that we know, and let's talk about it now that we're here. We got Canelo Alvarez versus Terrance Crawford, looking like it's gonna be official. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, Gervonta Davis will never admit it. Let's be honest. The man got a lot of pride. He's good at hiding it. Not to me, but to others. But to me, he's clearly hating on on Terrence Bud Crawford, because Terrence Bud Crawford is about to fight Canelo Alvarez. And say what you want, but the one fighter who's been making money before uh, Gervonta Davis was Canelo Alvarez, man. So this is a huge, huge moment for boxing, man. Now, I get it. A lot of people, for some reason, think that Terrence Bud Crawford doesn't have much of a chance. He's jumping 2 weight classes to fight King Canelo. But I'm here to tell y'all that I think Bud Crawford, man, he's a special fighter. Now, obviously, this can go many ways, but I think Bud Crawford's going to box him, man. And I think Bud Crawford's been waiting for this moment, man. He's been talking about this fight for a long time. I mean, he's wanted this fight even more than Canelo's wanted it. Let's not forget. I don't know, and Canelo's not the biggest guy out there. Like, he's not that tall, he's not that long. Yeah, he's strong, but this is going to be a very interesting matchup. I want to make that clear. I don't know why people, like, I hear people saying Canelo's going to knock him out. Canelo hasn't gotten a knockout, and who knows how long. Caleb Plant was the last knockout. I mean, it's been so long. He didn't even knock out Charlo. So let's pump the brakes about the knockout and all that stuff. I think it's a hell of a matchup, and and that's why Gervonta Davis is mad, man, because Gervonta Davis realizes that at the end of the day, you got Canelo Alvarez fighting Terrance Bud Crawford. Terrance Bud Crawford, in my opinion, going into the fight is probably going to be a 2-1 underdog. You feel me? Canelo's probably going to be a minus 175, minus 180. Crawford's going to be like a plus 140, and it's gonna be a pick'em fight, and I see Bud getting the upset. Meanwhile, you got Gervonta Tank Davis fighting Lamont Roach. Now we all know that fight is going to be like a 15-1 odds. It's going to be like minus 1400, and Lamont Roach is going to be like plus 900, because the world knows and we all know that at the end of the day, Lamont Roach virtually has no chance, man. So, it's all public deception, and they've been and trust me, man. I pay attention to everything in boxing, and one thing that's going on is Gervonta Davis and his team have been trying their hardest to push for this fight to be a big fight, with their whole retirement, with the whole not really into boxing no more. So, trying to sell the fight, even though I don't think he's going to retire. I mean, people are buying tickets. I'm even going to go to the fight, but how can you be so intrigued for a fight like this? Lamont Roach lost to Jamel Herring. Like, I don't know how intrigued we can really be by this fight. And that's what it comes down to. Gervonta Davis has been doing this for a while now, man. Yes, he fought Ryan Garcia. But if you really pay attention and you see the Ryan Garcia that he fought versus the Ryan Garcia that Devin Haney fought, you see the difference. You see the difference in body type, and you see that he weight drains his opponents. Even Frank Martin, man. I didn't think Frank Martin looked. I didn't think he looked right. But it's gonna be very interesting to see with Canelo and Crawford, man. I'm very excited. Definitely gonna be a fight that nobody wants to miss. You know what I'm saying? But to me, where Gervonta Davis crossed the line, and to me, where he lost the argument in the battle, was when he brought Terrence Bud Crawford's kids and family into it. It's like, man, regardless of how you feel about, Bud Crawford, you know, not getting money early in his career and having to join Turkey Al-Ashi, man. At the end of the day, man, the man's a great fighter, and you don't like him because he real and you're not real. And there's so many ways that Gervonta Davis is not real. He tries to deceive the people. He really, really tries to deceive the people by, like I said, weight draining fighters. He does fight champions. He has fought undefeated guys, but he fights them at the right time a lot of times. Like, I can give him credit for a lot of fights, like the Pitbull fight. I absolutely give him credit for. I'm gonna give him credit for Pedraza fight because Pedraza was still on one at that time. You know what I'm saying? I give him credit for the Mario Barrios to an extent, but I thought Mario Barrios was weight drained as well. And yeah, man, I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Like, obviously, Gervonta Davis is a hell of a fighter. But man, you can't keep giving us Lamont Roach, man. Like, when or as boxing fans are we gonna say enough is enough, man? When you got fights like David Morrell and David Benavidez, and you got fights like Terrence Bud Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, we can't stand for Lamont Roach and Gervonta Davis, man. And it's true. Gervonta is one of the faces in boxing, which is why he can't keep giving us this bullshit, man. Because we're not gonna keep settling for that shit. Eventually, I gotta say he can't keep being the face if he's fighting all these scrubs. You know what I'm saying? Not that Lamont is a scrub. Now, anyone who knows boxing knows Lamont's not far from a scrub. I think he's a hell of a fighter at 130, man. But he's jumping a weight class himself to fight at 135, and I just don't know what to expect, man. I really don't know what to expect. Uh, Jumping up that weight class, I have no idea how he's gonna look. None. Oh, hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. There's no way. You call him Patrick? Yeah. Fuck. All right, I'm back, man. But yeah, like I was saying, so the Terrence Bud Crawford fight, Terrence Bud Crawford versus Canelo, man. I can't believe it, man. We've been talking about this fight for years on Middleman TV, man. We've been talking about the opportunity. We've been talking about the chance. Because I know, trust and believe me, if everyone was doubting Terrence Bud Crawford against Earl Spence Jr., what do you think they're gonna do against Canelo Alvarez? Like, let's be truthful here. Like, let's be honest. I don't think anyone on earth, not, only a few people really think that Bud Crawford's gonna win. Only the real ones. But man, what a moment it'll be if Bud Crawford can win like a split decision over Canelo Alvarez and really, bruise up Canelo. Like, is it possible? We're gonna find out. I think he's gonna have to move around because Canelo's a strong guy, man. We all know this. Um, but I think, like I said, I think it's gonna be an exciting fight. And Gervonta just needs to stop hating and stay in his lane, man. If Gervonta's gonna take the leap of faith, because Terrence Bud Crawford also tweeted, man. Terrence Bud Crawford could have said, "Next time I see you, I'm gonna slap the taste out your mouth for disrespecting my wife and kids." Like, he really could have took it there, and he might take it there with Tank. There's no telling what Bud would do. Bud is crazy, and I don't know why Tank keep playing with Bud. I keep trying to tell people that. Y'all know Bud got shot in the head. Bud is not no regular person, bro. Bro grew up in Omaha, Nebraska. Omaha, Nebraska don't get all the attention, but Omaha, Nebraska is definitely the trenches. Y'all need to do y'all research, man. So what I'm trying to tell y'all is, look, man, my boy, Bud is not playing. And Terrance Crawford, and Gervonta Davis needs to stay in his lane because I really think that Terrance Crawford will hurt that boy. But like Terrance Bud really said, he got bigger fish to fry. He worried about this Canelo fight because it's happening. He about to get the biggest payday probably of this year besides Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Canelo gonna get the biggest payday. Crawford gonna get the second. And it is what it is. And Tank hating because Tank know that. And what's Tank gonna get paid? I know Tank not gonna make more to fight Lamont than Crawford's gonna make to fight Canelo. It's just not happening. Crawford's making more for sure. So Tank mad, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And Tank can't beat up Crawford. That's one guy he can't beat up. Like he could maybe we haven't seen it yet. But maybe he could beat up Shakur and maybe he could beat up Keyshawn, but we know he can't beat up Crawford. So it's like I just think there's a lot of hate there with Tank and Bud because Tank knows it is what it is in every aspect, quite frankly. I mean, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Gervonta Davis, but I don't think Gervonta Davis is better at Bud at anything. Like I guess maybe he has more power for his size, but that's it. And and Bud got some power, and y'all know it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He changed Earl forever. People keep saying Earl because that's another thing Gervonta tried to throw in Earl's face. In Bud's face. He said Earl's still bigger than you. He ain't fought in over a year. He's still more relevant than you and call the shots more than you. And he fighting again. He gonna sell out when he fights Sebastian Fundora. First of all, now I respect the hell out of Earl. I don't got nothing bad to say about him, man. Other than I hope he retires like Tyson Fury and does not take that fight against Sebastian Fundora. Because mark my damn words, he is gonna get hurt against fucking Sebastian Fundora, bro. He gonna get hurt bad. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see that fight. I don't want to see Earl Spence, a guy that I respect, get beat the hell up by a 6'7" dude. Because that's all I see. So, man, Gervonta just talking out his ass again. The main point that I'm trying to make is Gervonta Davis is the. A lot of people say that Devin Haney's the biggest deceiver. A lot of people say that Bill Haney's the biggest deceiver, or Turkey Al-Shi, or whoever. But the real biggest deceiver is Gervonta Davis, man. You know what I'm saying? Go fight Keyshawn and Shakur. Go fight. Go fight Shakur Keyshawn, man. Like, stop saying that they haven't done nothing. I don't want to. I'm like, how many times do I have to reiterate? Like if I looked at Gervonta in his face, I would literally tell him slowly, reiterate. I would say the word reiterate 10 times because, like, bruh, you're not understanding. It don't matter what you're saying at this point. Stop talking about performances. We know we're not casuals. We know that Shakur is a tough style for you, bro. And we want to see if you can overcome adversity and knock out a style that's not really made for you. Are you that great? Can you overcome adversity? Can you do something that we didn't expect you to do? Not just fight a come forward Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Bud and 11. Yeah, Blueprint. I think Bud. I got Bud, man. Y'all know me. I got Bud over Canelo. I think Canelo footwork not up to par with Bud. I think people are thinking Bud is gonna sit there and fight the same exact fight he fought with Majumov against Canelo. He's not gonna do that. Like, I don't see him doing that. A lot of people are telling me they can't see Crawford moving around. They're insane. I think he maybe could make Canelo look silly in this fight. Like, it's possible. I don't think he gonna nobody's getting knocked out in this fight, obviously. But I think he can make Canelo look silly. Tank better be watching his back, man. Yeah, man, he disrespected the man's wife. Like, that's another thing about Bud that I respect, man. As I've grown older over time, when I was younger, I cared about how fine a girl was and stuff like that. But as I got older, I started caring more about a woman's personality. And clearly, Bud Crawford, never let the money get to him. Never really let the popularity or the clout get to him. We're talking about a guy who makes 20, 25 million and still comes to the press conference with black Air Forces on. You know what I'm saying? Like in a black tee. Like the man's still rough riding with it. Don't come with no haircut. Gervonta always coming with the latest drip, hair done. You know what I'm saying? So like Crawford know what it's like to be scruffy, and like the man just got a genuine soul. Took a girl that, you know what I'm saying, don't care that she's not the best looking. She probably got a good heart, and you feel me. She probably a good mother to his kids, and he bro probably living like Gervonta's so slow and so remedial that he's not even looking at it the right way. He's not looking at it like, okay, Terrance Crawford got a queen of a wife in a way from a mental standpoint, maybe not look wise, but from a mental standpoint, and she's gonna hold it down, and they're gonna have a empire for years to come. Meanwhile, Gervonta Davis has no girl. He's angry all the time. He's always getting in legal issues. Listen. Let's not be, you know, fake here. Like, let's be honest. So, I mean, it's a lot to. If I had to make a prediction on who I think money's gonna last longer, because that is what Terrance Crawford tweeted. I mean, Terrance Crawford has always come across as the much brighter individual over Gervonta Davis. I don't even think anyone will argue that. And I mean, and yeah, that does mean something because, yeah, man, you're not gonna box forever. And what's next for Gervonta Davis after he boxes? To me, he doesn't have much of a personality, man. Like Bud Crawford probably already has stuff in line, man. Like I really respect Bud Crawford, man, because he's always dared to be great, and he's gave boxing fans what boxing fans deserve, man. You know what I mean? And just when people count Bud out, he shows y'all what he can do. And people are absolutely going to count him out against Canelo, man. And if Canelo does somehow beat him, and it's the opposite way, then we have to respect Canelo, man. That's a great win, even though Bud is a smaller man. Can Canelo do it? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something we have to see, and we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out soon enough if Canelo has enough gas tank for Bud Crawford, man. Because Crawford's in tremendous shape. I don't see anyone beating Bud Crawford. I've said this for years, and someone's got to prove me wrong. Gervonta obviously is going to be pulling for Canelo, and I'm gonna be at the Lamont Roach Gervonta fight, man. I'm gonna be pulling my ass off for Lamont Roach, man. Hoping that he can pull an upset, man. He's been training his ass off, and he's taking this fight seriously for sure, man. But I just don't know. I just think there's a huge discrepancy in in talent between Tank and Lamont, and I just don't think there's a lot Lamont can do, man. It's pissing me off because I really want Lamont to win the fight, but that's just the type of guy Gervonta is. He takes no risk. When you think about it, every fighter has taken a risk to a degree. Even Devin Haney did it with Ryan. Um, Crawford did it with Earl. You know what I'm saying? Canelo did it with Floyd. Floyd did it with Oscar. And the list goes on, man. And then you got Gervonta, man. Like, who has he risked it against? You can't say Frank. You can't really say Leo Santa Cruz. Like, who has he risked it against, man? Like, someone where we're like, oh yeah, that dude was another king in the division. Like Ryan's the best win he got, man. And Ryan, I mean, the win looked a little better because of what he did to Devin Haney, but then he got caught cheating. So it's like, how much can we give credit to that? So it's really really tough to say. I think Gervonta Davis is a tremendous fighter, but I think he's really bad for the fans, and unfortunately, a lot of his fans are so dumb and so casual like that they actually only tune in when he fights, and he does deliver knockouts. So if you don't know shit about boxing and you're watching, and you come watch a fight, Gervonta Davis is box office, man. He knocking out the guys that are in front of him. At the end of the day, he knocked out Frank. He getting the knockouts, man, and people let us see that. And 90% of his fan base, in my opinion, are casual. Yeah, man. I don't think Bud's wife is ugly at all, man. I mean, Gervonta is looking at the wrong thing, bro. Javante is looking at the wrong thing. Like I said, man, I think Bud's woman is is a queen in her own way. You know, Bud obviously feels like she was a good enough woman to have multiple kids with. I mean, you can look at it from two perspectives. Bud's 40 years old, man. Bud's mature. Tank Davis continuously gets in legal issues. Like I said, these are things I wish weren't true, but they're just true. Um, but the main thing at hand is I want to see Gervonta Davis dare to be great, man. You know, I want to see him fight Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis. You know, because at the end of the day, this is the year, man. This is the year where we're gonna get the best fights. I do believe 2025 is gonna be the year. 2023 was tremendous. We had Crawford and Earl Spence. You know, Inoue and Fulton, and much, much more. Caleb Plant, David Benavidez. And then 2024 was a doozy, too. Fury and Usyk, Bivol, Beterbiev, you know what I'm saying? Uh, we had Andrade. No, that was 2023. 2024. But 2024 gave us a lot of fights. And, man, there's a lot more to come, man. That's what I'm saying. So 2025 is going to be amazing. I can't wait for February 22nd, that Ryard card. You know, I think I'm gonna give all my predictions for the Ryard card, man. I'm gonna give my predictions, man. I don't really care about the first two fights too much, but I'm gonna cover them anyway. You know, I'm gonna cover them anyway. So the first fight we got, I think they said Joshua Buatsi is fighting Callum Smith. Now, I wasn't impressed with Buatsi in his last fight at all, to be quite honest with y'all. But in the same breath, Callum Smith is coming off a knockout loss to Beterbiev. That could be damaging. I think it's a 50-50 fight, y'all. I think it's a 50-50 fight. I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Buatsi. I'm gonna go Buatsi split decision. I think it's gonna be a close fight. Oh, you said I heard Tank ran from Lil Charlo booked in the back in the day when he pressed him and left his friends with a scary ass. Yeah, I gotta see the video. Yeah, if you find that video, send it to me, man. That shit sound funny as hell. I wouldn't doubt it. Charlo, a big motherfucker, that motherfucker 200 pounds. That's what I'm saying. Like, Tank need to stay in his lane, man. Folks 5'4", man. Folks not, you know what I'm saying? Like, he need to stay in his lane, bro. Killer in the lightweight division. He not fucking with Bud, bro. And people know that. At the end of the day, man. But yeah, Blueprint. The reason why I wasn't active on YouTube for the last couple weeks, my pops had got sick. You feel me? My dad been a matchmaker / agent for 40 years in the boxing game, so I had to step up. My kid is actually making his pro debut in Hammond, Indiana, on January 31st. So tune in for that, man. I'm gonna promote that on my YouTube. Put the flyer on YouTube so y'all can see. Kid is a real tough kid, man. I'm talking about y'all gonna be seeing him on Top Rank soon, man. Like, kid beating up Adrian Granados and sparring. I ain't gonna say too much, but you know, bro got it. Bro can fight. And yeah, man, just learning the game as I go, man. You know what I'm saying? Trying to work the YouTube as I'm also in the game, not just a fan. And that's the beauty of it, man. I'm a fan, but I'm also in the business. But I'm also, you know what I'm saying, working, man. And we keep the grind going, baby. Imagine when he see Bud. I can't imagine Tank ever seeing Bud because Tank doesn't really go to the same type of events that Bud would be at. You know what I'm saying? Um, so that's all, man. I can't really see Tank. Maybe, man. If he fights Shakur Stevenson or Keyshawn Davis, you best believe Terrance Bud Crawford won't be there. So, I mean, that's the only way I see it happening, man. But don't count your chickens on Terrance Crawford fighting. I mean, on Tank Davis fighting Shakur Stevenson. Now, I do think he might fight Keyshawn Davis. I do have hope that he'll fight Keyshawn Davis. I truly believe he will fight Keyshawn Davis. But I think he's going to avoid Shakur. I mean, him and his team have kind of said it without saying it. They've said how he's a bad style and he's not going to look good doing it. So, I don't... if the fight doesn't happen this year between Shakur and Tank, we got 12 months. If it doesn't happen this year, it ain't happening, in my opinion. If it don't happen this year, like, how far back can we keep pushing the Tank and Shakur fight? Especially if we get Tank and Keyshawn first. But I don't know. Maybe it's all a strategy. Who knows what Tank's trying to do, man? He's a weird customer. That's what I've always tried to tell people. He's a weird fucking customer, and that's what it is, man. Yeah, man. Family first, man. My dad got sick, man, but you know, got to learn the game, and now my dad's back good, man. Like I said, he had like a little stroke, so he had lost his memory. So I really had to fill in the gaps. There was a lot going on at the time. He had a couple of assignments for boxing. Bud probably gonna do what he did with Tio, pull up to his fight, weigh-ins even press. I could see Bud doing that. I could see Bud doing that. But here's where I feel like Tank is a bitch, and people gotta understand this, bro. Tank is still he's Tank's still in the trenches at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? He's still in the hood with it. He's still a hood motherfucker. He's still repping Baltimore. He's still not too far down the road from, you know what I'm saying, from the trenches. So if he pull up to one of his press conferences or something like that, man, who knows what Tank might be on? I can't see him actually trying to stand up to Crawford, but he might try to get his little minions to jump him or antagonize him. But Bud ain't fearing nobody. So, but I ain't really worried too much because I know Bud gonna handle himself regardless. Oh, you want to talk about Shakur versus Floyd Schofield? We can talk about that fight, man. You know, let's talk about how Floyd Schofield was one of the only fighters at the press conference that wasn't there. I thought that was real interesting that Floyd Schofield was not at the press conference. Now, I saw videos of him training. Now, I think he's taking this fight real seriously. He's training real hard. Maybe he didn't go because I guess he had something wrong with his passport or whatever. I heard something like that along the lines. But he's definitely taking this fight serious. Shakur even made a funny joke about how, man, I hope he shows up. But yeah, that's real. I got Shakur in that fight by unanimous decision. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second because I got to text my boss, see where he's at. Hold on. Yeah, man. God, Dad went through it and his memory back normal, man. That shit ain't nothing to play with, man. That shit was scary. I ain't gonna lie. Because there's so much I still got to learn about boxing, man. What y'all don't know, man. See, seeing the fights once they unfold and like just being a fan is so easy. But actually being in the game and trying to put fights together, especially not big fights, when you got guys like Turkey Al-Shi in the game now and stuff like that, y'all have no idea how tough the game is. I'm gonna just leave it at that. The game is tough, man, and it takes some wild warriors to make it in that game, man. But I want to be a wild warrior, man. I want to make it in the game, man. So that's that. No, but yeah, man, Floyd got no chance versus Shakur. But it'll be interesting to see, man. Will Floyd go out on this? If Floyd makes a lot of rookie mistakes, Shakur might let his hands go and look good in this fight. There's a chance for that. People aren't being optimistic on Shakur, man. They're thinking, oh, he's just gonna look shitty. Floyd gonna walk him down, and Shakur gonna run. I think for some reason I feel like Shakur gonna have more confidence in this fight than he did against De Los Santos. Mark my words on that. Mark my words on that. Turning on lights, stealing remotes and shit. You have experience like this with the loved ones? I don't get what you're saying, Blueprint. Hold on, my box texting me. All right, my box gonna be here around 12:40. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, you feel me? Shit, live boxing talk. Okay, so let's talk about the potential rematch between Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, man. Now, you know, y'all know there's talks that fight could be in potential. Now, what I heard is both of them are gonna have a fight on the same card, and if they both win, which I think is likely, then they're gonna fight a rematch. Not experiences like that, but stealing remotes and shit. No, I never did shit like that. Not stealing remotes. Man, we probably had our own little memories and shit like that. But man, Devin Haney got to redeem himself, y'all. Man, that's all I got to say about that. You know what I'm saying, man? Like enough is enough with that scary shit, man. I'm a Devin fan, man, but he losing me as a fan because he on that bullshit. Hey, y'all. Only 3 viewers in the building, but make sure y'all hit that fucking like button. Y'all know what it is, man. I've been gone for a minute, man. I'm gonna try to be more consistent, man. Y'all got my word. I can't always be consistent, man, but the same people been rocking with me, always rocking with me, man. And I fuck with y'all for that, man. I got 3 viewers in the building. I expect at least 3 likes in the motherfucking building, man. So I know how it go. But yeah, man. Go Terrance Bud Crawford, man. Real rap, man. Hopefully Terrance Bud Crawford can do the inevitable and beat Canelo Alvarez, man, and shut all these Canelo fans up. Cause Canelo fans, you know, they're gonna say he gonna win. Try to think. We covered the Devin Haney. We covered Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia rematch. I wonder where that's going to take place. Probably in California or Vegas. Definitely. I can't see it being in New York twice. Can't see it. I would love it, but I can't see it. My pop just stole my gloves and shit the other day. He always played a lot. Shit, getting annoying though. The bullying at this point. Had to buy some new ones. Hell yeah, I'd have been mad as hell. What the fuck? Oh no, yeah. Like I said, with family, everybody got their own relationship. But no, my pop's never been on that type time. Yeah, my pops always had a good relationship. I ain't gonna lie. Like me and my pop got a type of relationship. He take me to games and stuff. Like me and my dad was at a Sixers game not too long ago, and we always go to fights together. Like there's a local show in Philadelphia tomorrow. Teef Overton, Kadir Albright, a couple other guys. Should be a decent show. But as y'all know, boxing is dead in January, man. Speaking of January and boxing being dead, Naoya Inoue and not fighting Sam Goodman last minute, fighting some unknown Asian dude. I don't even know what to make of that fight. That fight's a load of shit. That fight is doing nothing for anyone. And yeah, man. Overall, I just think that's a despicable fight. I think that's a despicable fight. No, Inoue is gonna win by knockout as always. And it's not gonna prove anything. And after January, we got February, and February is going to be one of the best months of boxing that we've had in a long time. It's going to be a great kick to 2025. Can't wait for it. Morel Benavidez, the 22nd show. It's going to be a hell of a February. My pops from mischievous. I'm the same way. We had a good relationship too. Respected him like a motherfucker. Yeah. That's good, man. I love to hear it, bro. I love to hear that shit. But all right, y'all. I've been on here for about 45 minutes. I gotta look up the guy's name. I just know he's Asian. I have no idea, man. It's not anybody he's gonna. Some last minute Japanese guy. Like they didn't even have a good replacement, and this is the problem with him fighting in Japan. The replacement will never be good if you're fighting in Japan. So they just got some random Japanese guy from what I've seen, and in my opinion, that's just despicable when we're talking about fighting for undisputed. You know what I'm saying? How the hell is this random Asian dude? And I will be looking into him more, getting the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? But all right, y'all, man. I'm getting a little tired. My manager finna pull up, and I'm out of here, man. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gone. Peace. All right, Blueprint. Easy work, man. Y'all already know how I go. All right, man. Deuces.